Hello, Spartan family. I am Dr. Javon Adams-Gaston, your 7th president. This week, we are celebrating the 85th anniversary of Norfolk State University. Although we're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and many of our traditional events are canceled or postponed due to social distancing requirements, we could not let this week pass without acknowledging the 85th anniversary of Norfolk State University's founding. The virtual scholarship appreciation celebration kicks off the 85th anniversary celebration activities, and I am pleased to offer a few words on behalf of the university. Traditionally, this scholarship appreciation event is a dinner co-sponsored by the NSU Foundation, where we bring together scholarship donors and their scholarship recipients to enjoy a meal and to get to know each other a little better. While we do miss the fellowship that the traditional event provides, we still thought it was important to offer our sincerest thanks and appreciation to our scholarship donors. We recognize you today, our donors, for the critically important financial investments you have made to support our students. Because of your generous gifts, our students are able to pursue their academic ambitions. Now more than ever, we need supporters like you to see the value of investing financially in our students. Times are tough for many of our students, but your faithful financial support helps to lighten their load, and for that, we say thank you. I firmly believe that this is our time, in spite of our current challenges. Our time to position Norfolk State University as a leader in this global society. As our mission says, we are an HBCU for the modern world. The future of our beloved university is bright because of you. At Norfolk State University, we are committed to recruiting the best and brightest students who are prepared to spend 4 years at this university to learn, to grow, and to lead. During my more than 30 years in higher education, I have had the privilege to interact with students from all walks of life. These students came from many varied backgrounds and economic conditions, but each of them had a common goal, a desire to earn a college degree. Some of them did not come from families with high net worth or trust funds to finance their educational aspirations, but many of them were the first in their families to go to college or had to work 2 or 3 jobs to pay their tuition. Nonetheless, they were determined to obtain their degree. It was because of people like you who have accepted the call to lend a helping hand that those students were successful. Michael Bloomberg, former presidential candidate and mayor of New York City, is credited with saying, "A college education is one of the best ways to improve someone's future, but it doesn't mean it's easy to pay for it." I say, a college education changes the life of the student, and it changes the trajectory of the entire family. Ladies and gentlemen, it isn't easy to pay for a college education. Things have changed drastically since many of us went to college some years ago. Statistics show that graduates are leaving school with high amounts of student debt. Fortunately, because of the scholarship dollars you provide, we can assist our students, which in turn helps to offset the cost of financing their college education. On behalf of the students that walk this beautiful campus, please accept my heartfelt thanks for your continued support. And once we are able to resume our normal lives after this pandemic has ended, we welcome you to visit us and see firsthand how your financial resources are impacting the lives of our students. Thank you. Be well and behold the green and gold.
Good evening, Spartan family. I am Clifford Porter, your new Vice President for University Advancement, and I am so privileged to be at Norfolk State University to serve and raise money to support the university and its students. Welcome to the 2020 Scholarship Appreciation Celebration. Kathy Calvin, the CEO and President of the United Nations Foundation, said, "Giving is not just about making a donation, it's about making a difference." As scholarship donors, you are so very important to what we all do here in NSU. Your donations have made a difference in the lives of countless individuals who have passed through our walls. Your faithful support provides, in a real sense, the lifeblood for so many deserving students. We could not do what we do without your steadfast support, and we want to take every opportunity to say thank you. Scholarship recipients, I invite you to seek out your scholarship donors to personally thank them for supporting your educational endeavors. You know firsthand how expensive your college education is. In addition, those donors have given selflessly to make a difference in your lives. As someone once said, gratitude will shift you into a higher frequency and will allow you to attract greater things. As the chief fundraiser, it is my responsibility to secure private funding to support the needs of Norfolk State University. Our students continue to rely on your financial contributions to help them cross the finish line. Many of them have suffered great financial strain as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. I invite you to join me in making a tax-deductible financial gift to support our 35 Hours of Giving campaign, which is now underway. Visit www.nsu.edu/give now to make your mission-critical donation to the area of your choice. As always, thank you for your unwavering support of NSU. Behold the green and gold.
Good evening, Dr. Adams-Gaston, members of the NSU faculty and staff, and our fellow Spartans and our generous donors. My name is Taylor Johnson. I am currently a senior, double majoring in accounting and general business with a concentration in finance. It is my pleasure to tell you how grateful I am to be attending the most prestigious university here in Virginia, Norfolk State University. 4 years ago, I was a senior at Churchland High School in my hometown of Portsmouth, Virginia, planning my future. I had dreams and aspirations to be a part of something bigger than myself and to make true change in the world. At that time, I didn't know that college would be the blueprint for those dreams. I am one of 4 siblings in a large household. My parents worked extremely hard to accomplish their personal goals. At that time, my father was enrolled at Virginia Tech University for his master's program while working 2 jobs, and my mother was pursuing her cosmetology license, all while caring for 4 children. My parents struggled at times to make ends meet. Financially, they couldn't afford to put me through college. So in order for me to follow my dreams to attend a university, I needed to find a way to drastically reduce the cost as much as possible. I felt a large amount of pressure during this time to attend a university that not only would provide professional development and offer the finest education, but a university that was also affordable for me. After months of contemplating and visiting university after university, my high school graduation drew closer and closer, and I grew overwhelmed and anxious as days and weeks passed. And I struggled to find a university that not only fit my personal needs, but also met my financial needs. One evening, I sat down and had a conversation with my parents. After our lengthy conversation, my father recommended his undergraduate alma mater, Norfolk State University. My parents explained to me how Norfolk State was one of the best universities to attend in Virginia. They even showed me pictures of themselves on campus at the Student Center, which is where they met. After gaining insight from my parents about Norfolk State, I decided to do more research. As weeks passed, I received an invitation to visit campus. That following Friday morning, my mother and I got up and drove to Norfolk State University. And when we arrived, we were amazed. My mother was amazed by how much the university has changed since she last attended in 1996. At the welcoming reception, I felt as if I was a part of a huge family. Everyone seemed upbeat and happy to be there. And from that point, I knew Norfolk State felt like home. At the tour, I was given information regarding scholarships for incoming freshmen, and I qualified for most of them. The only thing left to do was apply. After applying to NSU, little did I know that acceptance letter would change my life, would begin to pave the pathway for my dreams. During my time here at Norfolk State, I have been awarded institutional scholarships along with Pell Grants every year. I have been able to attend this prestigious institution with the peace of mind that after completion of my program, I will not have any financial worries. Thanks to generous donors like yourself, because of your contributions, I have been able to attend Norfolk State University. My educational pursuits would have not been possible without the generous support from donors like you. I have been able to take advantage of multiple educational and enrichment opportunities, both on and off campus. I am maintaining a 3.79 GPA while working as an intern for the Norfolk State University Foundation. I currently serve as the president of Norfolk State's chapter of National Association of Black Accountants. I also serve as the School of Business student ambassador and a peer tutor. I've been able to attend conferences and secure internships with top corporations in my field every year that I have been here at Norfolk State University. I've cultivated many meaningful relationships here, and I believe Norfolk State has molded me into the young professional that I am today and has given me the opportunity to develop skills and talents that will assist me to excel in life. With all the support and encouragement from family, friends, and the NSU faculty and staff, I will be graduating in May 2021. Norfolk State has truly transformed my life. The skills and talents I have developed here have made me more confident in my own abilities. After graduating from Norfolk State University, I plan on pursuing my master's in accounting with the hope to achieve my personal goal of becoming a certified public accountant. Furthermore, I want to assemble and operate a multi-billion-dollar financial firm named after my family's last name, Johnson. Wherever life takes me next, I know I will be prepared due to the solid foundation that began at home and was nurtured and developed here at Norfolk State University. I say all of this to you today to say that because of your financial contributions through scholarship donations, students like me are able to achieve our dreams and aspirations. We would not be where we are today without you. We would like to thank you again for your generous support as we pursue our educational goals and chase our wildest dreams. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good evening. My name is Bruce C. Sams. I'm a graduate of Norfolk State University and an attorney at law. I'm here today representing W.T. Mason Jr., who could not be here. However, he's been chosen to speak on behalf of the Norfolk State Foundation donors. And these are his words. I am humbled that the Norfolk State Foundation has chosen me to speak on behalf of Norfolk State University donors at this annual celebration. Thank you for recognizing my many years of contribution to the scholarship program at Norfolk State University. I regret that because of my preventive measures, we cannot be together directly during this time of COVID pandemic. As some of you may know, I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, but I received my early childhood education and graduated from high school in New York. I earned my undergraduate degree from Colby College in Waterville, Maine, and a Juris Doctorate degree from Howard University School of Law in Washington, D.C. I retired after many years of practicing law in Norfolk, Virginia. I am the son of the late William T. Mason Sr., a businessman, a real estate investor, insurance principal, and a real estate and property manager for numerous properties. Also, he was a founder, administrator, and superintendent of Norfolk Community Hospital for over 23 years, and one of the 21 men who were the founders of Seaview Beach and Amusement Park in 1945, where he served as president of the board for most of his 20 years operation. My mother, Mrs. Vivian Carter Mason, originally from New York, was a graduate of the University of Chicago, a trained social worker, and also a civic leader. She was the third national president of the National Council of Negro Women, founded by Mrs. Mary McLeod Bethune and led later by Ms. Dorothy Height. In 1971, my mother was appointed by the Norfolk City Council to be the first Black American woman to serve on the Norfolk School Board. She was a founder of the Urban League of Tidewater and served as its first president. My parents' home in Norfolk was in the same neighborhood as that of the late Dr. Lyman B. Brooks, the first president of Norfolk State University, and very near the home of Dr. G.W.C. Brown Sr., for whom Brown Hall at Norfolk State University is named. I was a good childhood and lifelong friend of his son, G.W.C. Brown Jr., who passed several years ago. I believe, as did my parents, that there are enormous inequities in America and unjust gaps between those who have had an opportunity and those who do not. College can be very expensive for many talented individuals who may not have finances to attend college. I started contributing funds to Norfolk State University many years ago and make it a practice to contribute funds as often as I am able. I commend the great work and positive impact of Norfolk State University in helping talented individuals obtain an education and go forward to make positive contributions to our society. I was a member of the Norfolk State University First Board of Visitors, serving from 1969 to 1973. After my time on the Board of Visitors, I joined the Norfolk State University Foundation Board of Directors and served for 46 years. I can proudly say that I only missed a handful of meetings. At each board meeting, we discussed how much money the foundation was able to award in scholarship and how many students we were able to impact. Helping to increase support for student scholarship was one of the most rewarding aspects of my tenure on the board. I thank all of the scholarship donors for your generosity and for your unselfish investments in the outstanding young men and women who are recipients of your scholarship. To the scholarship recipients, congratulations on your achievement. I'm sure that some of you have heard the phrase, pay it forward, which means that when someone does something good for you, instead of paying them back, you pay it forward by doing something good for someone else. So I would like to encourage the scholarship recipients to begin to donate to Norfolk State University scholarships after you graduate so that you pay it forward. Strive to repay the generosity of the generations of donors that have gone before you by impacting someone coming behind you. Even a small donation to the annual scholarship fund will have an impact over time. I wish you much success in the future. May God bless you, and may God bless Norfolk State University. Thank you.
Well, when after I had passed the bar and started practicing, the city of Norfolk owned a 9-hole public golf course, which was just off of Corporal Avenue and Park Avenue for whites, not for any blacks. They wouldn't even let blacks caddy on that course. And so black citizens were making an effort to get that situation corrected. And the city of Norfolk wasn't very enthusiastic or cooperative. But what they decided to do, that is the city, was to sell this 9-hole city-owned public golf course for whites to sell it for blacks. And that was where it was decided to put Norfolk State University. Up to that time, the tiny little school that they had for blacks, which preceded Norfolk State, was at a building off of Bank Street in downtown Norfolk. Wow. And it was a very, very tiny building. And it could only accommodate maybe 5 or 10 students, so that wasn't much of an effort. They really weren't concerned about getting college education, making it available for blacks. Well, number one, if concerned blacks didn't make the effort to support schools like Norfolk State, we wouldn't have the schools. So, because the whites will say, well, you can't even get a dime from black folks, why should we contribute? So part of the overall struggle to integrate schools and society, especially here in the South. So many of the students, while they were capable in terms of their ability to do the work, when they got ready or got through high school, their families, and neither they nor their families had the finances to enable them to go to a school beyond the high school level. That is, a college, could have been a junior college. For instance, ODU was here. Of course, ODU did not accept blacks at that time, but it's still, even if they did, you had to have the money to pay the tuition and fees, and so many black families, or the black students themselves, did not have that kind of money. So even though you made the school available, if you didn't find a way for them to provide the finances, they weren't going to be able to go. It's up to these students to keep in mind that there are other students coming behind them who will have just as difficult, a more difficult time getting into these schools.
Good evening. To all who have assembled to honor our scholarship donors for their generosity to our great university. I am Travis Ames, the newly elected president of the NSU Foundation Board of Directors and a proud member of the class of 1996. I want to personally convey my appreciation to all of you who continue to make my alma mater, Norfolk State University, strong. The NSU Foundation is proud of its legacy to support Norfolk State University and helping to finance the education of all of our students from all walks of life. We take this charge very seriously, but we can't do it without our partnership with you, our donors. In 2019, because of endowed support, unrestricted giving, and investment earnings, more than $2.2 million in scholarship and aid was awarded to students, and over $1,471,000 was provided for university programs and services. Your investment enriches all of our students and faculty, and we thank you for believing in Norfolk State University. As the president of the foundation, I, along with my colleagues, believe that when students are awarded an educational scholarship, they're given a fair shot at success. Scholarship programs give students from all walks of life the chance to decide for themselves which school to attend. I am glad that these bright young men and women who walk our campus every day chose Norfolk State, just as I did, a third-generation graduate, as the place to earn their college degree. Of course, many will say that helping those in need is the right thing to do. I want to affirm that giving is the right thing to do. I hope that having the opportunity to hear from individuals like Ms. Taylor Johnson and your previous interactions with the student body makes your choice to continue to financially support Norfolk State an even easier choice. And hopefully you'll find it in your heart to support the university in an even larger capacity. So with that, I'd like to say thank you. And behold the green and gold.
We